The world of Veridia, like many others, ran on the predictable logic of the system. Adventurers learned skills from trainers, gained them from tomes, or unlocked them through class progression. Each skill had its defined purpose, its clear effects. For Elara, a young woman from the backwoods village of Oakhaven, even learning basic farming, Levener 1, had felt like a monumental achievement. Then came the Goblin Raid. A small, desperate band of goblin marauders, Levener 3, had attacked Oakhaven, seeking food. Elara, armed only with a rusty pitchfork and a healthy dose of panic, had tried to defend her family's small patch of crops. She wasn't an adventurer, had no combat skills. In the chaotic melee, she'd seen an elderly villager, Old Man Hemlock, try to cast minor healing a level off. One on a wounded dog, but failed due to his low mana. At the same moment, a frantic farmhand had used basic pitchfork thrust, Leverus 1, against a goblin, also missing. Elara felt a strange, ethereal surge, a mental system alert that seemed to bypass the usual glowing panels. System anomaly detected. Protagonist, Elara has registered a chaotic synapsis. New core class protocol initiated. The Skill-Splicer. New core class unlocked. The Skill-Splicer. Core ability unlocked. Splice, Leversler 1. Active skill. Allows host to combine two known non-ultimate skills to create a new, often unpredictable hybrid skill. Cost, 10 mana, 5% success chance, 25% chance of splice backlash if unsuccessful. Cooldown, 1 minute. Core ability unlocked. Skill. Insight, passive. Host gains a deeper understanding of skill mechanics and potential combinations. Current known skills acquired via proximity: minor healing, Lover 1, basic pitchfork thrust, Lova 1. Elara stared blankly at the notifications, then at the frantic combat. Splice? What was that? She didn't know how to use it, but a strange instinct surged through her. Combine those two skills? It felt absurd, but in her panic, a desperate curiosity ignited. She focused, thinking of the healing and the pitchfork. Splice, Lever 1. Activated, combining, minor healing, Lever 1. Plus, basic pitchfork thrust, Levice 1. Mana, 10. Success chance, 5%. Failed, splice backlash activated. Elara has gained temporary debuff, healing pitchfork thrust. Host now heals target when attacking with a pitchfork for 30 seconds. Effect, 5 HP restored per hit. Elara felt a jolt. She looked at the goblin charging her. She reflexively thrust her pitchfork forward. Instead of piercing the goblin, it connected with a soft thud, and a faint green glow enveloped the surprised goblin. Goblin Marauder, Love 3 has restored 5 HP, confused. The goblin stared at her, utterly bewildered, then at its slightly healthier arm, then back at Elara. It let out a confused squawk and fled. Elara stared at her glowing pitchfork. She had healed a goblin by accidentally combining a healing spell with a combat maneuver. This was madness. Wonderful, terrifying madness. She was the Skill-Splicer, and her path was going to be anything but predictable. Elara, the Skill-Splicer, level 1, HP 100, 100 MP, 90, 100, Regen 10 hour, STR 8, weak, Dex 10, clumsy, Int 18, curious analytical, Wiz 15, good problem solver, Con 10, average health, Che 10, friendly enough. Known skills spliced. Minor healing, Alveoli. 1. Source, Old Man Hemlock. Basic pitchfork thrust, Levoner 1. Source, Farmhand. After the Goblin Raid, which surprisingly ended with more confusion than injury thanks to Elara's accidental healing, she realized her unique talent. The village. Elders, wary but intrigued, saw her ability to accidentally heal things as a strange kind of good luck. Elara, now more daring, decided to seek out more skills to splice. She ventured into the Whispering Woods, a low-level monster zone where she could observe adventurers and beasts alike. Primary quest: the first spliced arsenal. Objective: acquire 5 new base skills and successfully create 3 stable splice skills. She followed a group of Tier 5 adventurers, carefully observing their techniques. She acquired Basic Firebolt, level 1, from a mage, Dodge Roll, level 1, from a rogue, and Tame Animal, level 1, from a ranger. She also observed some forest goblins, lumps, bar 4, using Crude Club Swing, Love 1, and Stealth, Love 1. Her first experiments were chaotic. She tried to splice Basic Firebolt with Dodge Roll. Splice, Love 1, activated, combining Basic Firebolt, Love 1, plus Dodge Roll, Love 1. Mana, 10. Success chance, 5%, failed. Splice Backlash activated. Elara has gained temporary debuff. Fiery Dodge. Host creates a small explosion of fire when performing a dodge roll for 30 seconds. Effect: 5 fire damage to self and surrounding area. Elara yelped as her next dodge roll sent a small burst of flame around her, singeing her pants. This was going to be harder than she thought. She focused, using her skill insight. What if she tried combining skills with complementary effects, not just contradictory ones? She targeted Basic Pitchfork Thrust, Levirus. 1 with Basic Firebolt, Levi 1. This time she felt a strange, satisfying click in her mind. Splice, Levi 1, activated. Combining Basic Pitchfork Thrust, Levi 1, plus Basic Firebolt, Levi 1. Mana, 10. Success chance, 5%. Success. New spliced skill unlocked, Fiery Pitchfork Thrust, Levio. 1 active skill, Thrust Pitchfork, igniting target for 10 fire damage. Cost, 15 mana. Elara stared at her pitchfork, now crackling with a faint flame. She had a weapon, an actual usable weapon. She also tried Tame Animal, level 1, and Stealth, level 1, Splice. Avar 1, activated, combining Tame Animal, level 1, plus Stealth, level 1. Mana, 10. Success chance, 5%, success. New spliced skill unlocked. Camouflage Companion, level 1, active skill. Temporarily renders a tamed animal invisible for 30 seconds. Cost, 20 mana. Elara now had a way to fight, and a way to enhance any future animal companion. Her curiosity was boundless. She gained XP not from killing, but from successful splices and the ingenuity of their use. XP gain, 150. Successful, splicing and creative problem solving. Level up, Elara is now level 5. Skill, Splice has leveled up to level 2. New Splicer ability unlocked. Skill Dissect, Lee. 1. Active skill. Allows host to analyze a known skill to understand its core components, improving splice success chance for related skills by 5%. Cost, 10 mana, your use. Elara was becoming a living arsenal, her powers evolving not through predefined paths but through her own boundless imagination. The forest held new wonders and new skills for her to creatively combine. Elara's reputation as the Splicer began to spread. Adventurers who encountered her saw bizarre, unpredictable effects. A goblin suddenly healed, an invisible wolf, a farmer fighting with a fiery pitchfork. The Adventurers Guild, an organization built on predictable progression, grew suspicious. Primary quest, Guild Suspicion. Objective, prove the utility and safety of the Skill-Splicer class to the Adventurers Guild. The Guild sent a seasoned Tier 10 investigator, Captain Theron, a pragmatic fighter with a deep distrust of unknown magic. He observed Elara in the sunken caves, where a nasty infestation of giant spiders, Laverner 12, was harassing local miners. Elara needed to prove herself, but without relying on outright violence. She had to use her creativity. She acquired Webshot, Lovriao, One from the spiders themselves, a terrifying experience. She already had Fiery Pitchfork Thrust, Leverorsi 1. What if she combined them? Splice, Leverau, activated, combining Web Shot, Lev 1, plus Fiery Pitchfork Thrust, Lever 1. Mana, 15. Success chance, 10%. Success. New spliced skill unlocked. Flaming Web Shot, Lever 1. Active skill. Shoots a sticky flaming web that ignites and entangles targets. Cost, 30 mana. Elara, now armed with Flaming Web Shot, didn't kill the spiders. She used the skill to create flaming barriers to entangle the spiders and to burn away their thick, non-flammable webs, clearing paths for the trapped miners. She even spliced Miner Healing, Lever 1, with Web Shot, Lever 1, to create Restorative Cocoon, Lever 1, which she used to safely transport injured miners. Captain Theron, witnessing Elara's bizarre yet effective methods, was speechless. She hadn't killed a single spider, yet the entire infestation was controlled, and the miners were rescued. XP gain 500, successful guild demonstration. Level up! Elara is now level 10. Skill Dissect has leveled up to level 3. New Splicer ability unlocked. Adaptive Splice, LV1. Passive skill. When performing a splice, host has a 10% chance to instinctively adapt the splice to current environmental conditions, improving its efficacy. Captain Theron grudgingly reported back to the guild. Elara wasn't a danger, she was an asset. An unpredictable, chaotic, but undeniably effective asset. The guild cautiously began to offer her specialized quests, recognizing the unique problem-solving capabilities of the Skill-Splicer. Elara, the Skill-Splicer, was invited to the prestigious Chaos Mage Academy in the bustling city of Ethelgard. The academy, dedicated to the study of unpredictable magic, saw her as a living embodiment of their craft. Primary quest: the Chaos Mage's Challenge. Objective: demonstrate a breakthrough in splicing theory at the Chaos Mage Academy. Here, Elara was able to freely acquire and experiment with a vast array of unique skills from the Academy's mages. Arcane Lock, Lever 1, Featherfall, Lever 1, Minor Illusion, Lever 1, Polymorph Critter, Lever 1, and more. The possibilities were endless and terrifying. Her goal was to combine skills that shouldn't logically work together, to truly push the boundaries of her class. She aimed to create a Splicer's Doctrine, a set of principles for combining seemingly disparate skills for maximum effect. She attempted to splice Arcane Lock, Lever 1, with Polymorph Critter, Lever 1. Splice, Lever 3, activated, combining Arcane Lock, Lever 1, plus Polymorph Critter, Lever 1. Mana, 20. Success chance, 15%. Success. New spliced skill unlocked. Critter Lock, Lever 1. Active skill. Temporarily transforms a target lock into a small, harmless critter, e.g., mouse, bird, for 30 seconds, allowing access. Cost, 40 mana. Elara laughed. She had just invented the perfect burglar's tool or a fantastic prank. She then acquired Summon Elemental, Fire, Lever 1, and decided to splice it with Featherfall, Lever 1. Splice, Lever 3, activated, combining. Summon Elemental, Fire, Lever 1, plus Featherfall, Lever 1. Mana, 20. Success chance, 15%. Success. New spliced skill unlocked. Descending Inferno, Lever 1. Active skill. Summons a fire elemental that safely descends, igniting the area below it upon landing. Cost, 60 mana. This was powerful, a controlled, precise, fiery aerial attack. Elara was rapidly becoming a force of chaotic ingenuity. XP gain, 1,000. Splicing breakthroughs. Level up! Elara is now level 15. Skill, Adaptive Splice, has leveled up to level 3. New Splicer ability unlocked. Skill Anomaly Detection. Passive, Host can perceive when a new, unstable, or powerful spliced skill is being developed nearby and gauge its potential. The Chaos Mage Academy was astounded. Elara's Splicer's doctrine demonstrated that truly creative splicing was an art, not just a random act. She was teaching them about the fundamental elasticity of the system itself. Elara, now a renowned figure at the Chaos Mage Academy, discovered a disturbing truth. The system, while robust, was not infallible. Her constant, unique splicing was causing minor, localized, systemic stress fractures, tiny, almost imperceptible glitches in the fabric of reality. Primary quest: the system's vulnerability. Objective: understand the cause of systemic stress fractures and find a way to mitigate them. She realized that while her splices were powerful, too many wildly disparate combinations could lead to instability. The system wasn't designed for such chaotic innovation. To investigate, she needed a truly grand experiment, splicing a combat skill, a utility skill, and a defensive skill, hoping to create a master splice that revealed the limits of her power and the system's resilience. She chose Fireball, level 5, Telekinesis, level 3, and Stone Skin, level 3. Splice, level 5. Activated. Combining Fireball, level 5, plus Telekinesis, level 3, plus Stone Skin, level 3. Mana, 50. Success chance, 20%. Success. New spliced skill unlocked. Mage's Golem, level 1. Active skill. Summons a temporary self-repairing stone golem that can cast Fireball with telekinetic precision. Cost, 150 mana. Cooldown, 1 hour. The Mage's Golem was a marvel of destructive efficiency and defensive resilience. It was the most powerful skill she had ever created. But its creation sent a significant jolt through the local ley lines, causing a noticeable, systemic stress fracture. A minor localized distortion where magic briefly went wild. XP gain. 2500. Master splice creation and systemic stress fracture detection. Level up. Elara is now level 20. Skill: Splice has leveled up to level 5. New Splicer ability unlocked. Systemic Harmony, level 1. Active skill: allows host to subtly realign localized mana flows, mitigating systemic stress fractures caused by chaotic splicing. Cost 100 mana, use cooldown 30 minutes. Elara, now a tier 20 skill splicer, had found the balance. Her power was immense, but it came with responsibility. She could now mend the damage she created. She was not just a chaos mage, she was a custodian of the system itself. Her Mage's Golem quickly proved its worth. A rogue, elemental overlord, level 45, had emerged from a fractured rift, threatening Ethelgard. Adventurers struggled, but Elara's Golem, with its precise fireball attacks and stone skin defenses, alongside her tactical use of other spliced skills, eventually drove the elemental back. Elara had harnessed chaos, not just for destruction, but for controlled, powerful application. She was learning to play the system like a finely tuned, if wildly experimental, instrument. Elara's research revealed the terrifying truth: the growing systemic stress fractures were weakening the veil between dimensions. A major dimensional rift was forming deep within the Forbidden Peaks, a place where ancient, chaotic magic had always simmered. If it opened fully, it would unleash horrors beyond imagination, irrevocably destroying Veridia. Primary quest: the ultimate threat. Dimensional rift. Objective: close the dimensional rift using a unique, powerful splice. This was beyond the power of any single skill, or even her Mage's Golem. She needed an ultimate splice, a fusion of power and purpose that could knit the fabric of reality back together. She would need a skill that combined elemental force, defensive resilience, and the very concept of spatial manipulation. She gathered the rarest, most powerful skills she could find from the Academy's archives and from daring adventures: Gravity Well, level 5, Dimensional Shift, level 5, and Absolute Shield, level 5. These were skills usually reserved for tier 50 archmages. Splice, level 5, activated, combining Gravity Well, level 5, plus dimensional shift, Leverta 5, plus absolute shield, Leverta 5. Mana, 200, all remaining mana. Success chance, 1%, danger. Catastrophic splice backlash if failed. The risk was immense. Failure meant not just her death, but potentially the complete disintegration of her very being. But Veridia depended on her. Elara focused, using skill insight to its absolute maximum, guiding the volatile energies. Her adaptive splice flared, instinctively trying to stabilize the chaotic energies. Her systemic harmony pulsed, trying to knit the mana flows. The world around her shimmered, the very air warped. The system itself seemed to hold its breath. Success! Critical splice achieved. New ultimate spliced skill unlocked. Reality Stitch, ultimate. Active skill. Forges a temporary, self-sustaining pocket of stable reality, capable of sealing even major dimensional rifts. Cost, all mana, requires 1 hour to cast, cooldown, 1 month. Elara collapsed, utterly drained, but triumphant. She had done it. She had created a skill capable of saving Veridia. She, along with Sir Kalen, the Chaos Mage Academy's archmages, and a vast army of adventurers, traveled to the Forbidden Peaks. The dimensional rift was a gaping maw in the sky, spewing forth terrifying, reality-warping void horrors, lows 80+. While the combined forces fought desperately to hold back the horrors, Elara began the painstaking reality stitch ritual. She was vulnerable, her mana spent, relying entirely on the protection of her allies. The void horrors, sensing her critical role, focused their attacks on her. It was a desperate, bloody defense. Sir Kalen fought like a madman, his divine shield, taking blow after blow. Mages hurled spells, warriors formed a living wall. They bought her time. Finally, after an agonizing hour, Reality Stitch completed. A sphere of pure, stable reality erupted from Elara, expanding to encompass the dimensional rift. The void horrors screamed as they were violently ripped from existence, pulled back into the void they came from. The rift itself, stretched and torn, began to slowly, inexorably, close. Dimensional rift sealed, Veridia saved. Primary quest, the ultimate threat, dimensional rift, completed. Quest reward, Veridia's stability restored, plundered 10,000 XP. Level up! Elara is now level 30, maxed. Class evolution, the Skill-Splicer, the Fabric Weaver. New ultimate ability, Systemic Weaver, passive. Host's presence subtly stabilizes reality, preventing minor systemic stress fractures and making all future splices inherently more stable and powerful. Global effect, Veridia's. Renaissance. Magical innovation flourishes. New stable splices and unique skills are more common across Veridia. Elara, the Fabric Weaver, had closed the rift, saving Veridia from utter annihilation. She had not only wielded chaos, but mastered it. Elara, the Fabric Weaver, became a legend etched into the very fabric of Veridia. She had proven that the system was not just a rigid set of rules, but a malleable canvas upon which true innovation could be painted. Her maxed-out skills reflected her profound mastery over chaotic creation, Splice Love Max. Near 100% success chance for any combination. Skill Insight, Love Max. Instantly understood the core mechanics of any skill. Skill Dissect, Love Max. Could break down any skill into its fundamental components. Adaptive Splice, Elvire Max. Splice is automatically optimized for environmental conditions. Skill Anomaly Detection, Lover Max. Could detect any unique skill or splice anywhere on the continent. Systemic Harmony, Lover Max. Could instantly stabilize any systemic stress fracture. Reality. Stitch, Ultimate. Her ultimate act of creative reality-mending power. Systemic Weaver, passive. Her very being harmonized the system. Elara established the Institute of Creative Splicing at the Chaos Mage Academy, attracting eager mages. and adventurers from across Veridia. She taught them not just to splice, but to think creatively, to question the rigid definitions of skills, and to embrace the unpredictable. Her legacy wasn't just the prevention of a dimensional catastrophe, but the fundamental shift in how magic and skills were understood. New innovative spliced skills became common, pushing the boundaries of what adventurers thought possible. Veridia entered a new age of magical renaissance, spurred by Elara's bold, chaotic genius. She was no longer just a farmer's daughter. She was the architect of chaos, the weaver of reality, and the living embodiment of the system's true, unbound potential. Elara lived a long and celebrated life, perpetually experimenting, forever pushing the boundaries of her craft. She continued to create wonders. A teleporting healing ward. Teleport plus healing ward. A vocal charm that can also boil water. Charm plus boil water. Or an invisible flying mount. Invisibility plus fly, plus tame mount. Her existence was a constant testament to creativity. She proved that even in a world governed by a system, the human or sentient imagination was the most potent, most unpredictable, and ultimately the most powerful force of all. The system had given her a class, but she had used it to redraw the very rules of existence, one chaotic, brilliant splice at a time. Veridia became a world of constant magical innovation, a place where new, impossible skills were born every day, all inspired by the legend of the Skill-Splicer. Elara, the fabric weaver, continued to guide this creative surge, her heart forever seeking the next impossible combination, the next stitch in the endless tapestry of magic and reality. Her story was not just a tale of power, but a celebration of ingenuity, a chaotic dance between what is and what could be, forever surprising, forever inspiring.